People always ask how I balance my family life with 400 shows a year. I'm just doing what I love with the people I love. It's my magic life.
I like Wes Iseli. I like everything about him.
All right. It's just Natalie and I this week. And we were supposed to have a guest from Ireland, but he had a death in a family or a death of a friend. And boy, totally get that.
Yeah.
But we'll have him on soon. We just did a brainstorming session the other day. I did like an hour and a half talking marketing with him. I did their podcast, the Deceive Reality podcast, which should be out by now. And really got along with the guys, had a lot of fun. Invited one of them onto the podcast and it just fell through. So I'm like, Natalie and I haven't done a podcast by ourselves in a while. So I got a page of notes to talk about. So let's get to it. Natalie had an appointment with the doctor.
I did.
About everything that she went through last summer.
Yay.
How'd that go, Natalie?
As expected. They know nothing. So it's cool. So I'm still having what I call flippy floppies, and Wes says that's too cute of a name, but it's right down here underneath my sternum. It feels like something inside of me is flipping over when it shouldn't, and it doesn't feel good. And then I'm also having chest pains every once in a while, lower chest, and they don't know where that's coming from. So they're grasping at straws, and I was referred to a GI doctor because they said it wasn't my heart when I went to the ER because I was having chest pains. And they said it wasn't my heart, so go see a GI doctor. Maybe it's that. But it is not reflux. She went through all the things and all the questions and all the symptoms. And she was like, I am not sure if I'm going to be the one to figure this out, but we're going to try. So she's going to try. So she put in for me to have another CT scan and some blood work done. And in the meantime, she wants me to take Prilosec, which you could see on her face when she asked me to do that she really didn't think that was going to work. But I'm trying it. I will try anything. If it takes away the pain, I will do it. But so far it hasn't worked. And I've been on it for a week. And and she told me to cut out all caffeine, which isn't hard for me because I don't drink coffee. The only thing I would have caffeine in would be like 1 can of soda or maybe 2 a day. So just get non-caffeinated soda and I'm good to go. But yeah, she really has no idea. She talked to other doctors to get their point of view and see what they thought. So we're going to go with the CT thing, which needs to still be scheduled. They haven't called me yet, and the blood work. And then if that shows nothing, they're going to do a upper GI x-ray. And then if that shows nothing, I don't know what they're going to do after that. They'll figure it out, I guess. So.
But when we went there, the lady's like, it could be your heart. Maybe your heart's skipping a beat. When it kicks back on, that's going to hurt. I'm like, she was in the hospital for 33 days.
That was for the flippy floppies, yeah.
She was in the hospital for 33 days. She was hooked up to an EKG machine, I think is what it was called, the heart monitor machine. We would have seen that. Yeah. I watched that thing beat 33 days.
I was having the flippy floppies at the hospital.
And she's like, oh, yeah, that's right. Why am I suggesting stuff? I'm not a doctor. That just seemed like she was just grasping at straws bad.
Yeah. And she's not, like, she had a couple guesses for the flippy floppies, but she didn't really have any guesses for my chest pain. Besides maybe I'm still making gallstones.
That's the best thing I can think of. That makes the most sense to me because her attacks are random, out of the ballpark. Just she's fine 1 second and then boom, just like the original attack was. You were fine. You were laying on the floor playing with the boys. Then all of a sudden you're in the fetal position in the bathroom.
Yeah, but I do have those times where it hurts every once in a while, but then it goes away and it's not like really, really strong. But then you have the ones where it takes you down.
All right, you got kidney stones. Forever. Sometimes it's like it hurts. Oh, it's all right. And then at other ones you're in a fetal position.
Yeah.
So it makes sense to me.
Maybe that's
They said
it.
even though she got her gallbladder taken away, she could still have stones in the ducts, and she can still make stones, but they don't tell you that.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently they have to leave the little
Tail.
whatever it is, the shoot, the whatever that comes out of the gallbladder. Apparently they have to leave that in for some reason. They just take out the sac part. And apparently you can still make gallstones in that little tail part, whatever it's called. That's not the right word, but you know. So the only bad thing about that, if that's what it is, well, if I made one, am I gonna make more later? Like, is this just gonna be a continuous ongoing thing?
I'm hoping this is what it is and they'll fix it. But it's, you know, the one blew through her tube and then they had to put the stent in and do all that other stuff. There might be others in there that they just didn't see. And that lady said that was possible.
Okay. Well, anyway, that's what the CT scan is going to look for, among other things, like inflammation and different things as well. And then
Scar tissue.
And then if it doesn't show up there, that's what the x-ray is for, to see again if they can catch anything on the x-ray. But I don't know. I went into the appointment kind of figuring that they wouldn't know. Like, I wasn't going to go in and be like, this is what it is, this is how to fix it, and you're all cured. I knew that wasn't going to happen. I knew it was going to be, because it is nothing like heartburn. It's nothing like indigestion. It's completely different. And so I kind of figured. And when she was like, I might not be the one to be able to figure this out, I was like, yep, that's what I was wondering. So, but this is just my next step. Maybe they'll figure it out. But I'm just looking at it as my next step along the line of trying to figure it out. So we shall see.
But I've had kidney stones. They had to have mine surgically removed. And I remember just every day just felt like a 800-pound gorilla on my back, just waiting for him to just knock me down any day. You didn't know. You had good days, bad days. You went for 2 weeks straight with nothing.
Yeah.
Leading up to the appointment.
And I jinxed myself because I got on the phone with my mom and we were talking about it and how my appointment was coming up. And I was like, I'm going to go to the appointment for nothing because I haven't had any chest pain in 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks. I mean, that's a good run for me, 2 weeks without pain, like any sort of pain, not even the mild stuff that came and went. I'm like, this is great. I'm going to go there for nothing. I think it's worked itself out. 2 days later, I'm flat on my, I mean, you can say flat on my back, but I was curled up in a ball.
And that was at Hyatt Regency Resort in Cambridge, Maryland, where we had an illusion show. 5 hours driving down the road. I did close-up magic the first day.
For 2 hours. And we walked around the hotel.
And then she got in the hotel room, and I mean, it's just a hotel room with 6 of us in there.
Yeah, I got all comfy in my PJs, and the girls had wandered around with Lex and Julian while we were doing close-up, and they hadn't gotten back yet. So I sat back and I started reading the book, and then they came in a little bit later, and I just started to not feel good, and then it got worse and worse and worse. So they gave me some Tylenol with codeine that I can take when I'm in pain. So I took it. I don't like to take it. I only take it when it's really bad. If it's just the slight, I feel like I can handle the pain. But I wanted this to go away so I'd be okay for the next day to do the illusion show. But that didn't work.
And she was hurting the next day, and Willow helped me load the equipment in and out. And I joked around with my friends that Natalie performed high that night. She was out of it. She was definitely out of it a little bit, but the audience couldn't tell, but I could, which threw me off a little bit because it's like, I didn't know if she was going to be in the fetal position at one point. I didn't know because you were hurting.
I was holding back tears, definitely. And I let a few go when nobody was looking, but I was in pain because normally when I get that bad attack, the next day it's kind of like when you have a really bad stomach bug and you've puked all day and your belly just feels kind of iffy. But if you just take it easy and take it slow, you can be okay and nothing else is going to happen. That's how it feels in my chest. Like, I need to take it easy. I need to take it slow because if I do anything, and I couldn't take it easy. I had a show to do. So it hurt. So I took more medicine, and that stuff does make me loopy, a little bit, foggy brained. And I know there was a couple times I was on stage just putting props up, and I was like, oh, hey, you need to smile. So like I realized it was like this on stage, and I was like, people were probably looking at me.
We videotaped the show, and I haven't seen the footage yet, but it felt off. I felt like she was off a little bit, and I can't explain it. Like,
So
not
that
that I
was
saw that, not that I could just feel it. And I was talking to my friend Ron Schneider today, and I told him, and he said, well, you guys work together so much that when she's off, you probably do feel it.
Yeah.
You probably do sense it and feel it.
Sorry.
Well, I did. I told my father-in-law on Easter, I said, man, last night's show was just weird. It was just a weird show. The audience was fine. We taught magic classes afterwards. The show went great. People wanted pictures with us. People bought merch. People did normal. But it just felt weird. And then we started thinking about it, and I was like, yeah.
Probably my fault.
Natalie was high.
Yeah.
Natalie was hopped up on drugs.
I made it have a weird vibe. Sorry.
No, it was.
But I had to take it, and I can take 2 pills. I can take 2 of those pills every 6 hours as needed. I don't like doing that because 1 pill makes me loopy. So I took 1 pill. I took another one later because I was hurting bad after loading in out the show and everything. So I took another one later, but I only took 1 because I didn't want to be so loopy during the show that I couldn't.
You did your job. So in our show, I don't write down a set list on the floor. Sorry, guys. My allergies are bad. Like, I need a cough drop.
You want to take a sip?
It's not helping. I need a cough drop.
Oh, you want me to go get you one?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Hurry.
Okay.
What was I talking about? Quick.
I was loopy. I don't know.
That doesn't help at all. So allergies. Let's talk about allergies. Natalie was loopy. I don't know where we were on that, but let me talk about my allergies. So with Natalie going to the doctor's appointment, I told the doctor, I said, well, I don't know if it gets exacerbated with Natalie picking up the babies. If Natalie does work, she says when she vacuums the house or dusts the house or whatever, that, sometimes she gets chest pain. So maybe it's overexerting herself. She's afraid to work out like really hard. So I said, well, I guess I got to cut the grass this week. And she says, honey, your allergies. Oh, I take allergy medicine. I'm fine. Well, we have a push mower, and Natalie doesn't want to ride the lawnmower because she said that's a good workout. So she likes to push we have 5 acres here. She likes to push the lawnmower. So I cranked it up, and boy, the thing worked great. And I cut the grass. It took me 2 days to do it because I didn't do the leaves this fall. So I had to rake it. I had to stop and rake leaves and put them all in the woods and then finish cutting the grass. And man, I had to teach magic classes this Monday. And it was just awful. Oh, thank you. It's like my voice locks up at nighttime. I just get all congested. The other day I was walking around and I felt like I couldn't keep my eyes open. Like they were so puffy I couldn't keep them open. People probably thought I looked weird, but
they probably thought you looked high.
But I was telling my friend Ron Schneider, I was telling him about allergies, and he said, "Oh yeah, everybody's complaining that Virginia's got like the worst in a decade here this year." And I'm like, "Well,
wow,
I believe it.
Yeah,
I believe it."
There you go.
So anyway,
here's your issue.
So Natalie has an appointment.
The end of July. The end of July is how long I have to wait to have another appointment with that lady to see if I need to move on to a X-ray or not. So.
And we were there.
We were
there last Tuesday, and they said they were going to call in.
Yeah. So they said they called it in because she called me. She called me that evening and said that somebody else called me to book the 3 month later end of July thing. They said it had already been put in, but not to expect a phone call probably until the beginning of the week. I haven't gotten a phone call yet to schedule the CT, so we'll see. I don't know how far out they schedule these things, and then maybe that's why she said 3 months. Maybe she knows I'm not going to get in for 2.5. I don't know. I
told her, I said, just make sure Natalie gets taken care of. Don't make us wait another 6 months. Oh, I won't.
Just
3
3.
months. 3 months. Thanks,
just
lady.
3.
Thanks,
but
lady.
It could be that they're backed up with, I don't know, the outpatient CT scans. When you're in the hospital, you get a CT, you get it quick.
I just want you fixed.
But I don't want to be in the hospital, so I'll wait. Me too. I don't want to have to go through. It's not fun. It's painful. I don't like it.
I think that's what it is, though. That's my prediction. it's more stones because the way the attacks are so sporadic. Whether she does something, doesn't do something, the way they're hitting her.
And she said that the opening of the where it would come out is so small that it'll just bounce up and back and up and back. And it would try to get out. That's when it hurts real bad. Supposedly. So we'll see. Maybe that's it. But part of me is that would be great because they could fix it and that would be done. But I'm scared that that is the problem as well, because then it could come back.
And how do they get it? Do they have to go down inside, or they have to cut you back open again?
I don't know. Either way, I have to get knocked out again, I'm sure. When I'm old and I can't remember anybody, I'm going to blame how many times I had to go under.
You can live through this. I'll just keep playing these tapes for you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So tell everybody about Easter. We ended up having Easter here this year.
Yes. We had Easter at our own house. It was fun. Sometimes we go to my parents' house because my dad's a doctor and he would be on call and he can't come this far if he's on call because that'd be close. So we go to their house when he's on call, but this year he wasn't on call on Easter, so they came here, which was awesome. And so we made everybody pork chops and all sorts of goodies. And the Easter bunny was extremely, extremely, extremely good to our kids and spoiled them beyond belief. And I don't know why.
Easter bunny was out of control this year.
The Easter bunny was out of control. Right there. That guy right there.
So
conspired with the Easter bunny. Way too much stuff. But the kids were thrilled. Put it mildly.
Dude, my little boys got an Iron Man and a Captain America figure, and they were walking around
They
with them.
love those things.
They don't know what Iron Man and Captain America are, but they loved it.
That's okay. They thought it was awesome, and they got little balls that light up when you hit them, and
Bubbles and
bubbles
candy
and all sorts of candy
and candy and candy
Of
and
course,
candy.
Lana got all sorts of candy. She got Rainbow High like diary set that had a diary, pens and stamps and all. She got a puppet notebook. Yeah, a notebook. It has the front cover is like a poppet thing. You can just sit there and fidget thing. What else did she get?
Everything and candy and candy and candy.
Yeah,
and candy.
I feel like she got something else that wasn't candy too, but I can't remember what it was. But anyway, they got plenty. And even Lana mentioned, she said, man, I don't know, like Easter Bunny doesn't usually bring this much stuff, but this is awesome. And you know the reason we got caught at, what holiday was it?
Valentine's Day, maybe?
It was Valentine's Day. We waited to get our Valentine's stuff. Get this, 2 weeks. Until 2 weeks before Valentine's Day, and they were like out of everything Valentine's. We had to scrimp and like search.
They already had the Easter stuff out.
So we were like, okay, Easter stuff's already out. Let's just go ahead and get it. So we got it. And then Easter gets closer because we bought it like a month or more out. And this one goes and buys more stuff because he's like, I don't think we got it. We did. We had plenty.
Didn't know what we had.
And you should have gone and looked first before you went and bought more. But anyway.
I didn't buy it. The Easter Bunny did.
Okay.
Anyway.
Before you told the Easter Bunny he could bring more stuff, you should have asked him what he had for you already.
So I told the Easter Bunny what to get. Hello.
Apparently it was all you. I know because it was too much. But anyway, they had a blast. They loved playing. The boys loved chasing the bubbles, and they like Peeps. I don't like Peeps. Wes doesn't like Peeps, but all three of our kids love Peeps. I didn't love those things. They love robin eggs too. Oh my goodness, it was hilarious because we put their baskets on a little table around the corner of the living room. And we got one robin egg for each boy and popped it in their mouth.
And they have a gate up. And they have a gate.
They both come up to the edge of the living room and stand at the gate. Point. You can't see me. Point over to where the Easter basket is.
And just grunt.
Yeah. Eat is what they say. They don't grunt. They say eat. Because they don't know the word candy yet. They just say eat. Point to the basket because they know that's where the robin egg came from. It's pretty funny.
And they keep an eye on where that candy is too, because Natalie's birthday happened and she got a gift basket from her parents, a gift bag. and I put all the Easter stuff in that gift bag and put it on the mantle. That's the kids' candy, the boys. Lonna's stash is somewhere else. And they point up there, eat. They know.
We want the goodies. Give us the good stuff.
They know where the sugar is.
Yep, they do.
Dyeing Easter eggs was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. We waited till the very last minute to do that. The last chance we had because we went to Hyatt on
Friday and
Saturday, and I think we did it. And we had to pick up Willow and do something else on Thursday, so I think we did it on Wednesday. And it was fun. Lana did very detailed stuff. She dyed half an Easter egg yellow and just held it there. I mean, she had the patience. She just held
5
half
minutes.
the egg in the yellow so that she could pull it up, let it dry, and then she made a little chickie in a shell. She drew the chickie on there and made the shell all the way around, and it's really cute.
I'll put a picture in the Facebook group. She was very proud of it. I was proud of it.
Yeah,
it was good.
It was very good. She did a really good job on that, but she did very intricate ones. And then we decided,
she wrote out her patterns in her notebook. She
did
on the trips to shows and things. I'm going to do one this way this year. I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I never prepared like that.
No, me neither. I just wing it. I see what we got, and I'm like, okay, I'll do this. I'll do that. And then I also dyed for the boys. We divvied up the eggs. We gave each of the boys eggs, but they did not come and help us because we figured they would just throw the eggs instead of do anything with them. So we just dyed them for them. And then I had the wonderful idea of, hey, Wes, why don't you show them to the boys so that they can see how pretty they are? And all they wanted to pick them up. And when they pick them up, when they pick stuff up, they pick it up and they hold it and they look at it and they like it. And then they'll throw it off to the side when they see something else they like, which you can't do with eggs. So they wanted to hold it. And I think you let him hold it, but you had your hand right there. And then when he started moving, you grabbed it, and that just pissed him off. So my wonderful idea wasn't so wonderful.
Both of them were screaming at me. I took the eggs away after I gave it to them.
Yep. So my wonderful, I just thought it would be fun for them. I thought they'd think it was neat. But
I collected.
They did, but they wanted to hold them. And but anyway.
I collected chicken eggs the other day. My little boys are coming out with me and feeding the animals and walking the trails with me. They're my little men. They're following behind me. This is the age I was waiting on, that they could follow me. It's nice.
Yeah.
And I had the collection of eggs, and I had like 3 eggs in the morning, and I went back later and got more. But it's 3 eggs in a basket, and I was like, Lex can hold the basket. And I held his hand, and it went from my arm onto his arm. Hold my hand. So it went and just hung on to his, right?
Yeah,
As I was holding. Yeah.
I saw that, yeah.
And as soon as he got to the house, he just went boom and just dropped it. Boom, he just dropped it.
Uh-huh.
And 2 of the 3 just shattered.
Oh,
I was like,
goodness.
shoot.
Darn.
But they're trying.
Yeah.
They love going in there and playing with the chicks and playing in the dirt.
Yeah.
Checking on everybody and hanging out with me in there.
Yeah. But getting back to Easter. We have our little play area in the back where you can throw axes and shoot BBs and hit a baseball. So we all went out there, and we didn't shoot BBs while the boys were out, but where did you?
I don't remember.
We might have just not thrown the axes. Well, no, we threw the axes while the boys were out because you can keep them away. But anyway, I don't know. Anyway, I was helping Lex hit the baseball. He thought that was just really fun to hit the baseball. And then when they went down for nap, we went back out and started shooting BB guns.
I drilled a hole through a softball, and it hangs from the tree on a. There's a metal rod. The rope going through the ball goes up through the rod and then comes out. So you hit it, it just spins around.
Yeah. Yeah. He had a blast, and he liked it hitting the ball. Julian, on the other hand, just wanted to be independent and just hold the bat by himself. He did not want help. He did not want us to try and help. He just wanted the bat. So
screaming and temper tantruming.
Well, it was right before nap. So we played for a little bit out there, and then we decided to do the egg hunt because I was like, honey, they're going to get really cranky, even more so than they already are, because nap time is coming up. We better get the egg hunt done. So we did. Wes wanted to hide all the eggs on the trail. So that's what we did. We did 2 little sections. One section was for the boys and for Taylor, and the other section was for Cassidy and Lana to find it. And it was there. He made them a lot more difficult with that. And he had the golden egg hidden And whoever found the golden egg would get $5 in addition to being able to keep the golden egg and whatever was in it, which I think was just the same stuff as
Same candy, I
yeah.
think.
But nobody found the golden egg, so nobody got $5.
And it was at eye level. It was in a holly bush eye level. Everybody
Yeah.
just walked right by it.
Yeah, so
But
it's pretty funny.
I wanted to hide the eggs all over our trails, and Natalie's like, "It's too much." Too.
Yep.
You really burst
That
my
is-
bubble. I
I'm
really
sorry.
wanted to do it.
But that would be too much. So I mean, just narrowing it down was enough, especially for the boys. Narrowing it down to what you did was enough, and it was enough for the girls too.
When we do a lap on the trail, it's a half a mile, right? When we do the whole thing.
Sure, if you go up the driveway and around, I think.
So it's almost a half a mile of trails that we have.
Okay, but that's too
I would
much.
have loved. Well, you just stay on the trails.
I get that, but honey, look how long it took us to do the little sections that we did.
I don't think collecting eggs has to be a 5-minute thing. It could be.
It wasn't a 5-minute thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
It wasn't.
I
It
don't
was a good 20-minute thing.
The
for each
boys,
of them.
the boys are pitiful at it.
Yeah. So they would find one and they'd pick it up, and then they'd find another one and throw that off to the side to pick up the other one. And you'd say, "Here, put it in the basket. Put it in the basket." And they didn't want to put it in the basket. They wanted to hold on to it until they found another one that they thought they liked better. And then instead of putting those in the basket that they weren't wanting to get rid of, they just threw them. So that's okay.
And if you took it from them and put it in the basket,
That was not good.
temper tantrum.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it was right before nap. So
And
we
Taylor was
actually
with them.
did- Yeah, Taylor was with them. We actually did theirs and then we put them down for nap because they were done. And then we did the girls so that we could, and they went out like that. So they were
Busy
asleep
day.
very fast. And then, yeah. So. and
But
then
Lana
everybody
was
sat
pretty
down.
pitiful. Willow helped us, and Willow kind of wanted to collect eggs, I think.
I think so, but I mean, she's 19, so we just
Right.
kind of assumed that.
But she was like, girls, you missed one. I see one. I can see one.
You passed it.
Yeah.
You passed it.
So she was helping find them, but
It's really good. Otherwise, it would take him longer than the 20 minutes to do it. But there was one that he had put just down on the ground and they kept stepping on it. So it kept getting pushed down into the dirt because it was loose dirt next to the animal.
it was like a vole hole.
Oh, did you put it in a
So
hole?
it was like in a hole, but they stepped on it and it kept
And
going.
it was like all three of them stepped on it multiple times. And by the time they found it, all that was sticking out was this much, like a quarter size, little bit of color showing. And it was just funny.
But little
Yes,
knots in the
it's right
trees.
there.
I didn't go off the trails. So, I mean, if they took one step off the trail, that was even more. I didn't go more than a foot off the trails.
Which is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, stay on the trails. But yeah, I think they had a good time. They enjoyed themselves.
But dude, I think
And I enjoyed
crazy
myself.
scavenger hunt, crazy egg hunt, just load the trails with eggs. And
That would be great. If we had like a huge Easter party and there were tons of kids, that would be a great thing. But we didn't have that many kids.
right.
And for them to find all those eggs all spread out everywhere, I just think it's better to.
I had 80 eggs. You had me hide them all.
I've done it all the years before. I figured you could do it once.
You usually do it with all the girls. Your mom helps,
and
your
we
sister
had
helps.
more kids finding, so we had more eggs too.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was fun. It worked out good.
It was fun. It was a good Easter. And then we had our meal and we just hung out.
And that same day, was it the same day you got your birthday present?
Oh
Or was it
yeah.
the day before?
No, you made me open my birthday present early instead of waiting for my birthday.
I was
But-
excited for you.
I was excited to get it. He got me a guitar. Very happy. And he got he got a DVD to go with it that teaches you stuff and picks and a strap and a case and a tuner. I think it's everything, right?
I hooked you up. That's all I know.
Yeah. This is awesome. I wanted to teach myself how to play guitar for a long time. So I play the violin, but I haven't had a chance to do that in a while either. I mean, twins don't have much alone time. So during nap time the other day, during the weekend, when I wasn't doing anything, I went up there and pulled it out and learned a few chords. Had some fun.
She said my fingers hurt.
because my fingers started hurting. Yeah, you got to build up I got to build up my calluses again. I had good ones going when I was.
What about
playing
violin?
Yeah.
Do you have calluses when you do violin?
When I play violin, you toughen up your fingers.
Yeah.
But guitar probably even more so because those are thicker strings than a violin. But even with a violin, you toughen up your fingers some. But yeah, I did. I played until my fingers hurt, and then I had to put it away. My fingers hurt.
So I got her a guitar,
Mm-hmm.
and then what else did I get you?
An eye mask.
A good one.
Mm-hmm.
And why did I get you an eye mask, honey?
Because he has to have his silly TV on all night long, and I like it pitch black. So I started just not turning on the TV so I could go to sleep in pitch black. And he came in and he turned TV on. So he got me an eye mask. And a fancy one too, because it really works. It blocks out. It has like padding around the sides, so it blocks out all the light. It's nice.
It's pitch black for you.
It is pitch black. It's nice.
And Lana wanted us to talk about what she got you. What did she get
Oh,
you?
yes. It was very sweet. She painted a plate. I mean, she did a really good job. Blended all these colors together and it said, "Happy birthday, Mom."
Both sides.
Both sides. And then she and Wes and Willow all wrote me sweet little writings on pieces of paper that was very heartfelt and sweet, and I liked it. And then she made me a Christmas ornament as a styrofoam ball, and she put in piece by piece sequins of different shapes and colors with pins. The whole thing is colored. It looks really pretty. She did a really good job on it.
She was working hard on that thing when I walked in there.
I bet.
Yeah.
She did a really good job. I really, really like it. It's very pretty. Very pretty.
I'm losing my voice. Tell everybody about April Fool's, me and Lana.
Oh, yeah. So April Fool's came. And Wes and Lana usually do April Fool's to each other. And I stay out of it. I mean, as much as I can stay out of helping a little girl when she's little do a prank on her dad. But nobody does a prank on me because I don't want them to. So Wes did a magic trick where he puts in her hands 3 different types of peas and says to think of one and puts them back in a little container and says, think real hard about one. Think real hard about one. And he opens it, he pours it out, and it's just water. And he says, "Oh no, you're thinking about yellow pea. Ew." And
it was a green pea, a split pea, and a yellow pea.
Yeah.
She must have been thinking yellow pea.
And she flinged some water at him, and he said, "April Fool's, it's April Fool's." And she said, "I don't care." And she walked out the room. She's at that preteen age. But anyway,
I'll put the video on
cute.
the podcast Facebook group because it's pretty funny.
Yeah, it is pretty funny.
I used to do it in restaurants, but I would get like a little sip of beer. Just hit the little button and get a little sip of beer in there. That was yellow. That did smell like beer, but it just makes that trick funny.
Yeah, look yellow. More believable, I guess, than clear.
But if they smell it, it's beer. Anyway,
yeah.
but we always prank her.
But she never got him back on April Fool's, so she decided she's going to try to a few days later. And Wes and I were out at the little play area throwing axes, and the boys were sleeping, and they woke up. So I left them out there, and I went to go get them, and we were going to go outside and play and have fun with them. And Lana was doing schoolwork, or so I thought. And I go inside and I go upstairs and get the boys and walk downstairs, put on their shoes. I reached for the back door doorknob and it scared me. She got me instead of him. And she had taped a fake roach
It's right
that
there.
was like,
It's on the bookshelf right beside you. Look how big it is. They're right there. Right there. Yep.
this thing. I mean, look how big that thing is.
Put it in front of your face.
Ugh. She taped it on the door next to the handle and scared the crap out of me because I thought we had a roach in our house and I didn't want to touch it. And I thought I had a roach in my house. And I went, Lana!
And she videotaped it, but the camera, when she walked away, fell.
Yes, so she's videoing
But you
the
can
ceiling.
hear Natalie go, Lana.
That was not funny. And at that point, she had gone outside to be with her dad. Thing while I was getting boys up. I wasn't trying to get you, Mom. I was trying to get Dad. I can't believe I scared you. Turd. feel no remorse at whatsoever about her little pee trick that she got fooled with. But anyway, she tried. It was cute. I was just thankful it wasn't a real roach.
We live out in the country, man.
Yeah.
The bugs out here are big. We don't want them in the house. Couple bits of business here because we're going through the list pretty good here. MAES, the Magicians Alliance of Eastern States. We had a board meeting yesterday over Zoom.
A board meeting.
Oh, I love MAES. I love the guys. I just had a blast yesterday taking it all in.
You liked the board meeting?
I'm on the board because I'm vice president and I'll be president next year. That's the way it works. But it's September 7th, 8th, and 9th. They are still in contract negotiations over some of the people that are going to be on there. But drum roll. They're working on, I think it's fully booked, but they have Craig Diamond, that crazy fool from last week. I love Craig. God, I love Craig. I am going to be on there with Natalie. We're going to be doing the show this year. We're doing a Saturday night gala show. And we're doing a live podcast Thursday night after the show that they have for Thursday night. So we do a late night live episode of Wes Iseli's Magiclife podcast.
What time? How late?
Oh, 2 in the morning. No. I don't know. It might be starting at 11, starting at 10. I don't know.
It's only going an hour though, right?
It can only go an hour.
Good. Because I'm going to be with 2-year-olds that won't care how late I stayed up. They're still going to get up.
Yeah.
So I need my sleep. I'm cranky when I don't get my sleep.
And a magic convention's crazy anyway because it's go, 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 nonstop all day long.
I still need my sleep.
So anyway, I'll be releasing more and more stuff about MAES, but it's maesconvention.com and you guys can check it out. But mark your calendars for the 7th, 8th, and 9th of September because I'll be there and the podcast will be there. Natalie will be there.
Yay.
I'm going to have the kids take a final bow for our little spot in the show.
That'll be cute.
I have Lana help in the show. It'll be
I'm just
awesome.
not looking forward to it too much. I liked going with Wes, but then we had kids. We had Lana. And I came with Lana and Wes and was thinking I'd be able to see some stuff. Not everything, because she's not going to sit around in lectures. But I ended up in the hotel room 98% of the time. And I was hungry because my husband wouldn't feed me. And I'm afraid that that is what's going to happen this time because he starts to go, 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 and he doesn't stop to eat. And I have nothing to eat. And I'm hungry. And I'm telling him I'm going to go get something from downstairs. No, don't do that. It's so expensive. We're going soon, I promise.
This is what we do. We order in cauliflower pizza.
Not then.
That's what we're going to do this year. You just order it in and you're done. Because we're going to have the RV and the trailer.
And then you're going to want to go out with people to dinner.
I don't. I haven't. I might eat in a restaurant downstairs and mingle with people, but I don't leave the hotel premises. Once I'm there, I'm there. I haven't left in 3 years.
That's not what you did when we were there. You would gather up people and y'all would walk somewhere to eat dinner or meet somewhere to go get dinner.
Yeah, but there's a board meeting that I have to be at during the thing where a lot of people go out for dinner. And then there's a dealer room where I'm taking pictures and I'm checking things out. And I I try to take every little bit of it in.
Well, anyway, I just know that I'm going to be stuck in the hotel room 98% of the time.
Yeah.
So that's not really something I'm looking forward to.
But we're not selling like
because
we did.
Because they don't have anything for kids to do in this hotel.
Well, they might have a pool.
No, they don't.
They don't?
It's an outdoor pool and it's not going to be open.
It is outdoor. Yeah,
right.
You're right. Yeah.
Because I had that thought when we had
Lana.
Ohio,
yeah.
No, when we had just Lana and we went there, I had that thought, but it was fun to find out it was an outdoor pool. It's not open.
Well.
So.
It'll be fun.
Which
You'll
is
get to
early
hang
September. It totally could be open, but it wasn't.
You can hang out with me.
With 2-year-olds.
Just have Lana and Willow take care of the babies in the hotel room. Give them
Willow's
donuts.
fine.
Give them candy. Give them Nickelodeon. They're good.
He doesn't get it.
It's all right. We have plenty of time to figure it out. But I'm excited.
Good. Good.
7th,
Glad
8th, and
you're
9th of
excited.
September. Mark your
I'm
calendars.
wary.
We're going to be there. Don't be weary.
I'm wary.
No, we're good. We're good. What else? What else? We just got news that let's mark this one out. Natalie's birthday gifts, April Fools, MAES. Season 3 of Wes Iseli's Magiclife television show is now on Roku. It's on Red Coral, it's on Tribe, and Stripes channels. So if you have Roku, look up either one of those networks. My syndication company likes Red Coral a whole bunch because they're affiliated with them. But Red Coral has a lot of stuff to choose from. They have movies, they have television shows, they have my show. It's awesome.
Yeah.
But Tribe and Stripes are also an option if you want to check out those channels to see Wes Iseli's Magiclife. Season 3, you can stream it all at once. And we also got an email this month from the producers at Fool Us, and they said that they're going to do everything they can to have us back this fall to headline for Penn and Teller.
That'll be fun.
Finally, COVID regulations are over.
Yeah, they can have them back.
Things are open. They're going to do Penn and Teller are doing a summer tour. I think they're going to Europe this summer.
Oh, that's neat.
So when they come back in the fall,
Well, they're going to be around in July because that's when our things are scheduled. That we can do.
they're going to be in. Yeah, we got to
But
try to
anyway.
get tickets to that.
No.
What do you mean no?
Anyway, it's the middle of summer. We have shows.
It's Penn and Teller.
We can't make it.
Do we have a show that day?
I don't know what day it is, but probably.
I'll just block it out.
Great. Next year, I'm blocking out my convention during the middle of summer, so I can go. If you can block out for stuff, I can block.
I'm
out.
blocking out 2 hours. You're blocking out a week of
3 days.
vacation. And one to get there, one to get home. We'll talk off the air. We can't do that. Anyway, season 3,
That's not fair.
Wes Iseli's Magiclife
That's
television show.
I'm doing it whether you want me to or not.
Check it out. Also,
You weren't talking about your television show. You're talking about going back to see to do the Penn and Teller, to be on Penn and Teller stage. That's what you're talking about, not seeing your show.
I can mark that off too now.
So anyway, that's his prize for winning Fool Us. He gets to go back. Do you do your flip trick or are you doing something else? Do you know?
I have no idea. I think you do the trick that you fooled them with. I think that's what they want to see, but I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
know.
Do you want to do something that night?
I'm not the one that won. I don't think they're going to let me.
What? You're my assistant. I'll put you in one of those outfits with the feathers and make you walk out and hand me my coin.
No, thank you.
Just walk across the stage.
I'm good.
Come on.
Babe. No.
We got to go to a wedding.
We did.
We
And it was fun.
we get offered to go to so many different events, go to my friend's shows. I have a friend having a birthday party in Maryland, but it's all, I love the guy, Reggie. He sent me an invite. I don't know if you know about that
But
or
it's
not.
on the weekend, isn't it?
It's on the weekend and it's in Maryland and it's like at nighttime and it's going to be hard because it's like 8:00 at night in Maryland. What do we do with the kids? We wouldn't get home
You
till
would
2
have
in
to
the
go by
morning.
yourself.
Yeah,
That's
well.
just how that would work. You'd have to go by yourself.
But it's hard to do this stuff because it's the weekend and it's,
We're always booked. And I felt bad how late we had to RSVP to them. But luckily, we know them real well and they understood. And they were like, that's your lifestyle. It's okay.
we
just
had a
like
show contract that said they
circumstances.
wanted that date and then they wouldn't sign the contract. So we were waiting and waiting.
Yeah.
And then they picked another day or something.
Yeah. They moved it. So, which is great because we were able to go to the wedding, but I felt awful because it was like 2 weeks before the wedding and I'm going, can I still RSVP that we're coming? I totally get it if it's too late. Cause I'm like, you're not going to hurt our feelings. If it's too late and you have everything set and you know, whatever, I don't want to mess anything up. So, but he was like, no, it was perfect timing. It's great. So we got to go and it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Natalie was dancing. Natalie was getting wild out there.
I was not getting wild. I was just dancing. We are friends with Groom and we're friends with his mom and dad. And we've had them come over and she came and visited me in the hospital and sat with me several times, which I really, really appreciated. And Wes had gone off somewhere and she came over and just took my hand and we went out to the dance floor and started dancing together. Me and Tracy. It was fun. I felt like a fool, but I was having fun.
I'm not
I
a
am
dancer.
not a good dancer, but darn it, I was having a good time. So I just shook the tail feathers.
It was funny though, because we only knew the groom. We didn't know the bride,
Right.
and we knew the parents of the groom.
Right.
That's only people we knew at the whole wedding.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Mhm.
Not pretty much. That's
And because we were so late on the list, they just put us in a back table, like we were in the back corner.
yeah.
And we got to talking to the lady across from us, and she was nice, and she knew the groom as well. And okay, yeah. And then Tracy came up to us and said, "Oh, what are you guys doing back here? My cousin didn't show up. Why don't you come to this table?"
Yeah.
So we moved all the way up to the front.
To where
At
her
this
friends and
big,
some
long
family
table.
was, and she was introducing us to everybody, and so we sat at that table.
And we had our meal.
Mm-hmm.
And then they said, "Hey, these people left. Come to our table." So we moved all the way up to where the groom's
sit
parents
with-
were sitting.
Yeah, to sit with Tracy and her. Yeah, and Elias. It was fun.
So
So we slowly moved forward.
we slowly became VIPs at this event, which I felt I
I
deserved.
thought you deserved. Didn't deserve it, but I thought it was super. It was a lot of fun. I was glad to be able to hang out with her for a bit.
She was saying people are asking, "Who are those people?" Because I kept moving. We kept moving.
Really?
Yeah.
You did? That's funny.
Remember? Because he said that I was his uncle or something.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
He was just making up stories. About
He's
her.
Mexican, so me being his uncle is kind of a
Kind
joke
of funny.
too. Yeah.
Yeah. You
And-
married into the family.
And he's older. He's older.
Yeah.
I'm his uncle.
Yeah,
but-
that can happen. That can happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My nephew is a year younger than
Yeah.
me.
Practically the same age as your nephew, so
Yeah.
you can have a uncle that's, or a nephew that's older than you. It'd be odd, but
And almost, I mean, he's a year younger than me. My
Right.
sister's 18 years older than me, so
yeah.
it's
So
gonna
you have
happen.
that age gap or a really large family with lots of kids and you have age gap. It can
So,
happen.
so we got to that event, and it was an outside wedding, and storm was coming. I'm like, oh no, really windy.
It looked beautiful. It was beautiful. When we left the house, it was cloudy and it rained part of the way going and it was chilly. It was cold. And we got there and it was sunny, but it was extremely windy. And then by the time that the wedding ceremony was over, like everybody was leaving, walking out the party, the bridal party was walking out. It started spitting rain. So I don't think it ever downpoured or anything, but it was good timing.
Yeah.
And so then we went indoors and it was outdoors, and then right behind it was like this barn looking area or building. And so you go in there and that's where they had the reception and everything. It was nice. It was fun. We left around 8:30, I think. And I mean, the bride and groom were still there. They hadn't left yet. So we didn't get to throw rice or do whatever they were going to do. But we had to go just because we had an hour and a half ride home. And I had told Willow I'd be home in time to put the boys to bed so that she wouldn't have to do that. So, oh no, it wasn't Willow. It was Sharon. I told Sharon babysat because Willow wasn't with us that week.
That's my brother's wife.
Yeah. So I told her she wouldn't have to do bedtime routine or anything, that we'd be home in time for bedtime because our boys go to bed late because that's how we roll.
Entertainers.
So, but anyway, and then she had an hour drive home from our house, so we needed to go. But I had
They
a
didn't
good
want us
time.
going. Tracy did
No.
not want us going.
No, she wanted us to stay, but she understood. She got it. We told her we have an hour and a half, and the babysitter has an hour. We gotta go. So she understood, and we had a blast. It was a good time. I had a good time.
We don't get to go. That was our second wedding we went to since we've been married. I mean, we don't get to go to events.
Right. Yeah. So it was fun. It was fun to go to a wedding and not be the one working it.
Right.
So.
That's usually what, and we don't know the people. We don't know anybody there. We're just working.
Right. We're just working it.
Mark your calendars for June 11th at 4 p.m. We'll be back at Arlington Draft House. We just uploaded our schedule on our website for the next month and a half, 2 months. WesIseli.com. Go to the events page. It has all of our show listings on there. How's your health coaching going, honey?
It's going good. I had 3 clients start a week ago, and they all did spectacular on their first week. Like one lost 13 pounds, one lost 10, and one lost like almost 10. And that's your first week. You always lose more your first week. They're not going to lose that much every week. But those are spectacular numbers for your first week. You know, somebody lose 6-7 pounds in a week for the first week. That's great. That's fairly normal, 6-7 pounds. But 13 and 10 and almost 10, those are good numbers. So I warned them all. I said, hey, this isn't happening every week. 1 to 3 pounds a week is what we're shooting for after this first week. So I'm just warning you. I want you to know. But yeah, they did great. I was really happy. They were really happy.
I guarantee.
One of them was like, so I stepped on the scale and it said this. And I stepped on the scale again just to make sure. I was like, yeah, well, no, your scale's not broken. You just had a really good week 1. So yeah.
So you guys can follow Natalie and all of her health journey stuff on Facebook, Natalie Isley, and she's always posting health tips and recipes and different things like that.
Yeah.
And if you need to lose a couple extra pounds,
call me.
Talk to Natalie. She'll take care of
I
you.
want to help you. It's life changing. we both know it.
50 pounds down, almost 70.
Yeah. So
Feels good.
going a little further. Once I'm done, it'll be like 80 pounds. Getting there. I'm excited.
It's nice to fit in a box and not worry about it.
It's nice to fit in clothes and have self-confidence again. I had lost self-confidence completely and utterly. Like, I don't know. Women will know what I'm talking about, so I don't know if you will or not. But you go into the bathroom, public bathroom, you use the restroom, you go to wash your hands, and you check yourself at the mirror just to see. I quit looking in the mirror because I didn't want to see myself. I'm serious.
That's dark.
I quit looking in the mirror. I did. I would walk out and it was an unconscious decision because I realized it after like the 5th time I did it. I was like, oh, I never. Oh well. So I'm just saying, it's nice to have my self-confidence back. I look in the mirror.
I never lost mine. I'm always looking in the mirror. I always look in the mirror.
That's good, but I think it's different.
I don't know, is it?
I think it's different for women and men. I really do. Because, in all honesty, men are not judged as much when they are overweight as women are.
I didn't like this. I don't like pulling at my clothes, always trying to.
Yeah.
Boy, you feel it.
Yeah. Yeah. You're uncomfortable.
Yes.
Uncomfortable. So, if you feel that way, I'd love to help you not feel that way anymore.
And
It's
cauliflower pizza is so good.
So good.
So good.
Tastes like normal pizza,
And it's
but
good
almost
for you.
better. It's so good.
Patreon. If you haven't checked out our Patreon yet, patreon.com/Wes_Isley. I post a new magic video every week. I go through my collection. I'll grab a trick. I'll show you how it works, or I'll demonstrate it for you at least. And we got podcast extras. We just had Mondre on here. He did magic tricks for us. We had Craig Diamond did magic tricks for us on his podcast extra. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And we're teaching you magic. You get podcast extras. You get the podcast on there. You get the television show on there, commercial free, and all for $5 a month.
Yeah.
So you got blooper videos on there, stuff that we don't put in the television show, or Natalie on a cruise ship and the 70-mile-an-hour winds almost knocks her down, or me doing the metamorphosis.
Marilyn Monroe moment with my dress.
Or me doing metamorphosis when we first got it.
Yeah.
And I fall off the back of the trunk when we do a switch and knocks the wind out of me.
That was funny after the fact.
You get to see that video. It's only on Patreon. Nobody else gets it anywhere else.
No.
So I don't know. What else you got to talk about? That's everything I have written down. What else you want to talk about?
Everything you have written down.
Man, my throat. Guys, sorry about this. I feel like I'm choking and gasping over here. It comes and goes. It's awful.
Yeah. Well,
Do I need to
sorry.
change allergy medicine again?
You can try that again.
Why does that do
I don't-
anything?
I don't know. I don't know.
Everybody I talked to, Mr. Potato Head and Ron, both said you have to change it. I don't understand why you have to change it.
I guess your body gets used to that medicine and then you switch it up and it's different. So it works better. But you can make a Walmart run for me tomorrow. Get yourself different allergy medicine and diapers. I need diapers.
Well, I don't know. What else got going on? The boys, I was out working on the trails the other day. We have fire pits. And I hurt my foot in 2020, 2021. Well, 2020, we had the babies.
2021, you hurt your foot.
Are you sure?
Yes, because it was after the babies were born and it was May and I took you to on our anniversary to the doctor.
Anyway,
Okay.
and then with the
Babies.
babies being 1 year old, you couldn't leave the house. Natalie's on the phone making calls. Now they can kind of sit in the living room, watch TV. I can go out and feed the animals if I want, or go outside and take a lap around the trails. And they're watching TV and they're fine.
Well, I'm in the house.
Yeah.
But even if I'm on a call, it's usually okay.
And
Unless
but
I'm
when they were a
off.
year old, you couldn't leave them. You didn't know what was going to happen. You couldn't leave them.
Yeah.
So for the past 3 years, the burn fire pit and our fire pit that we have next to our house was just building up with ash. So I was shoveling those out the other day, taking the ash out in the woods, and the boys, I pretended to struggle, and they both went behind the wheelbarrow and started pushing it, and it was adorable.
Very cute. And you also got a cute picture of them holding hands walking down the trail. That was cute.
That was just following me back.
And then Lex later, the wheelbarrow was just sitting in the yard, and later he decided he wanted to push it on his own, so he pushed it across the backyard. That was cute.
But
He pushed it with the legs down. Like he didn't lift up and push with like you're supposed to. He just pushed it with the legs down.
But I called Natalie from the gun range, and I'm walking up the back trail, and I said, Natalie, get your phone and come quick.
That scared me. Like,
But
get
I
my
was trying
phone
to
so I
say-
can call 911 while I'm
No.
out there. Or what the heck? And he hung up.
Well, because
He
I wanted
didn't
her
even
to
stay
see
on
it.
the phone. He said that, and he hung up.
I thought I
I'm
said
like,
grab your
what?
phone with the camera.
No, you didn't say camera. You just said grab your phone and get out here quick next to treehouse. Just come on. I said, wait, what's wrong? Just get out here quick with your phone. Oh, and then he hung up.
Because I was pretending to really struggle, and I was walking slow. So I'm saying, hurry while you still out there on the back trails. You can get a good picture back there.
I thought somebody got hurt. I thought I was going to call 911. I didn't know what was happening. I got out there quick, and then I hear laughing, and I'm like, oh my gosh, thank God. Like, I almost had a heart attack. That wasn't fun.
But the boys love, I call that little area out there, my PlayStation. It's got the bat and ball, throwing axes, and the BB gun range. And then there's an open area in front of my treehouse in the back trails. I can't walk my boys by the treehouse or that PlayStation because they just stop and they just want to play. So when I take them on daddy son walks, I have to bypass those part of the trails. If
Yeah,
I
we
want them to
took
keep walking.
Lana and I took them out walking, and we went past the treehouse. They came with us, and we went off all the way to the gun range, where we shoot real guns.
That's the back corner of the property.
And Wes has old milk jugs filled with water just to have fun to shoot and see them go kaplooey.
When you shoot them with a shotgun, they explode and water shoots up, and it's awesome.
Well, apparently the boys were thirsty and they saw the milk jugs, milk, pointing at them. Took me forever to get them back to the house so they could actually have milk. I ended up having to carry one in and go back out and get the other one. I mean, they wanted the milk. They just knew that was milk out there in the jugs.
I was
It wasn't-
cooking dinner, and I was like, why'd you only bring one back? You're like, I'll be back. I gotta go get the other one.
Yeah,
At the gun range, you left it way out there with Lana,
With Lana.
but still, you
Lana
didn't carry
was-
them both.
Lana was trying to, no, they're heavy. You can't carry them both all that way. But Lana kept trying to coax him, but he was determined. He wanted that milk. So, anyway,
Crazy.
we got back in the house, gave them some milk, and they were happy. But I thought that was funny.
But I'm loving this point where they are that they'll follow me around outside, and
Unless they see milk jugs.
unless they see milk jugs. Sometimes Julian, our oldest, just takes off on the trail by himself. Like, I got this. And he's like, and
Follow
I
me.
told Willow at Easter, I said, honey, when he gets to close to where he can't see us, he'll turn around.
Nope.
He just kept going. Willow was like, can I go now? Can I go? No, just wait. Oh crap, Willow, go get him. Because I didn't want to fall in a hole or anything out in the backpack. But anyway,
He's independent.
that's this week's podcast. Sorry, I'm all congested here,
You were
guys.
fine.
It's allergies. I feel awful. But I don't know. I think we said it all. I got a whole page of notes. The only thing left to say is see you next week.
Check us out online at wesisley.com and patreon.com/Wes_Isley for behind-the-scenes videos, blooper videos, never-before-seen footage, discounts on merchandise, magic trick tutorials, and more. That's Wes Iseli, spelled Wesiseli.